Hello, welcome to Living Well with D. Chantal, and we are reviewing Russell Simmons, The Happy Vegan. And as usual, I'm journaling to document just my review of the book and hopefully encourage other people to grab the book and read it. It's not my book. I don't make a profit from it. He don't make a profit from it because he donates all proceeds to charities, so that's really awesome. So it's really about encouraging other people to live a healthy lifestyle and get on this whole vegan thing and understand it better. If you understand it better, you'll be able to kind of go into the lifestyle. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope, living_well_D. Facebook, Living Well with D. Chantal. Okay, so let's get started. This chapter was the misconception, and it was really, really good. As far as me being a vegan, I thought it was good because it really got into more detail about a lot of things, and if you are not a vegan, it really helps you understand things like, cost, people, and places, and I'll get into those further. A lot of people, I actually get a lot of questions about cost, so let's talk about that first. When I'm explaining veganism to people and they ask me, well, does it cost more? Well, I went from vegetarian to vegan, so I really didn't see a difference. I did do a comparison recently with lemons. So regular lemons, not regular, let's say conventional lemons, and organic lemons. The price difference was $2. $2. It was either $3.99 and I believe like $5.99. I was like, are you worth $2? Do you think your life is worth $2? I think my life is worth $2. So I went for the organic ones because it was just a better choice. So cost, I don't see a difference. Maybe $20, $25 and my grocery bill. A lot of people say that being a vegan is only for the rich. I'm not rich yet. And I currently live a vegan lifestyle. If you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, on Periscope, I talk a lot about the things I eat, the brands I buy, so you can get information about that. Places. He also gives places on where veganism is popular: LA, New York, a couple of other places, but that does not mean that you can't find a vegan community where you are, or even join a virtual vegan community, which I have joined a lot of those as well. So don't worry about where you are located and having a support group. You can find that virtually. We can do so many things virtually now. So being a vegan is not hard. And there's a lot of places you can also eat. So he talks about that. Eating vegan. If you follow me too, you'll see that I love to eat out. I do a lot of eating out at local restaurants. I do not eat at chain restaurants. I'm all about eating local, and it's a lot easier when you're eating local. So if you need to change something, they know how to do that, as opposed to going to a chain where they're used to things being a certain way. So if you mess up that assembly line, so to say, that they have, it can be difficult, and your food may come out totally wrong, and then you're angry and you're like, I don't want this. So I always encourage people to eat local, eat different ethnic food, because that's very easy to do, because a lot of different cultures, that's how they eat. And he talks about that in the book too. He talks about the Chinese, the Irish, and he talks about slaves and African Americans. They didn't eat a lot of this meat stuff. So that is something that was Americanized, and when you came to America. So he talks about that. So it's a little bit for everybody. It's a very diverse book. So I encourage whoever you are to grab the book, read it if you want more information about becoming a vegan, and follow me too. Cost, I talked about that, it being for the rich. Let's see what else I put on here. People, family. So he did give a little bit of insight about his family life when he first converted to veganism, and how his ex-wife was not a vegan, and how they managed the household between the foods. So he gave insight about that, which was very helpful, because I know a lot of people have concerns about, you know, transitioning the family, and I say don't force it. You know, it's something that has to happen naturally. If it's something you want to do, definitely do your research, and getting this book is the first step. Following me is the next step. Another misconception he talks about is just because you're vegan doesn't mean you have to be an animal lover. Don't force it. You know, he's not an animal lover, but he doesn't hate animals. He's not hugging animals everywhere he goes in that kind of way. And I would say I'm the same way. You know, I like animals, but I'm not around here petting everything, putting everything in my house. Like, I just can't do that. I don't have time. I run a lot of businesses, but that does not mean I don't respect animals. It does not mean that I'm not an animal lover. I'm not a real vegan because I'm not hugging animals and loving them and putting them in my house all day. So he talks about that. I really enjoyed that. In the book, he referenced veganism as a diet a couple of times, but then as you go further into this chapter, he says, this is not a diet, this is a lifestyle. And I totally agree with that. And that's how I approach veganism, as a lifestyle. It's not something that I want to lose 10 pounds really fast, so I'm just going to stop eating meat, dairy, and all that. No, it's really something that you need to incorporate into your life style. So I really was so happy when he said that. That made me really happy, because we have to encourage people to do this as a lifestyle change. We want long-term commitments, not short-term commitments into veganism. Giving up meat will make you weak. That was another misconception. So he gave examples like 2 NFL players, tennis player, and there was someone else that he gave an example of. So it won't make you weak, it won't make you broke. He talks about how you can save $16,000. I thought that was pretty awesome. It will not make you less of a vegan if you don't love animals. There was some inserts from famous people, and he gave examples of a couple of famous people, Beyonce being one of them, J-Lo, Bill Clinton. So you definitely want to read the book because you get some insights on different things like that. There was a quote in here that I love that I want to share with people. Let me just find it. I loved it. It said, whenever I'm going against the grain, I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. So for me, that resonated with me, because I always feel like I'm going against the grain with a lot of things that I do. Just far as business wise, living my everyday life, and and you see people attaching to it as you speak more and more about it. And that's what I hope people do with reading this book. Even if you're like, I can't go vegan, if you take the first step by reading the book, it may not be something that you want to do at this moment, but if you educate yourself and you get more and more information and you learn more about yourself, it's something that you may be interested in. So and definitely keep following me, because I like to transition people from vegetarian to vegan to raw vegan. I have a 21-day veg challenge that I do twice a year. I'm currently building it online, so it's not up yet. I didn't do it for 2016 yet because we're still working on building it so it can be available globally to everyone. So please keep following, keep reading, because this book is really good and it's really helpful and it has great information, and I'm so happy that he wrote this book because it's going to reach and touch a lot of people, and it's touching myself. Another point that resonated with me and my heart was the part about yoga, because I am deepening my practice, and just talking about that was a lie. He also talked about meditation and how all those 3 things connect: veganism, meditation, and yoga. So keep reading. Hopefully you're enjoying the book. If you are reading along, again, please feel free to comment. I love happy comments. I love happy people, and I love speaking to everyone, and I'll try to get back to you as fast as I can, and I appreciate everyone subscribing to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook. I log on Periscope from time to time, and thank you so much. Peace. D.